The more that I let go of trying to make something work, and the more that I just allow it to be, and just be playful and present with the moment and the experience, it completely changes the dynamics of everything. And this is what I'm noticing specifically just in terms of how I approach things now, how I used to approach things. And it's so interesting. This actually goes into what I was exploring the other day in terms of the acting class that I took back in 2013, I believe it was. And what I realized was that when you are present with life, when you're just enjoying the moment, right? When you're just present to the moment and just enjoying whatever it is that you're experiencing, life transforms. Life becomes magical because you're not trying to make it this or that. You're just allowing it to be what it is. And that actually transforms the dynamic. And what's interesting too is that in that dynamic, you are pretty much detached from any outcome because you're just having fun, right? Life is, from what I've come to learn, about being present with what is and just allowing whatever is to be. That can be very hard for a lot of people because they have these ideas for what life is supposed to be, what life needs to be. You know, we were raised by people that taught us that life is this, that, and the other, that it needs to be this, that, and the other, that it should be this, that, and the other, or that we need to be this, that, and the other. But meanwhile, they were all babies at some point who didn't know anything. And just kind of like coming to that understanding, like allowing yourself to let go of being solved, let go of thinking that life is this, life is that, this shouldn't be happening or that shouldn't be happening. Um, and just allowing yourself to flow with life. This definitely used to be challenging for me, especially when I was at a point in my life when there was a lot more suffering involved, right? And basically, challenging that narrative is very important. Whatever you don't challenge, I'm just coming up with this now on the spot. Whatever you don't challenge challenges you. And sometimes challenges might feel uncomfortable. And that's because, you know, maybe there's too much friction. Maybe there's too much resistance, right? Maybe challenge is trying to tell you something. Hey, just relax. It's okay. You don't need to try so hard. Just breathe. Just be with what is. Whatever mental narratives that are running, just allow them to be there. It's okay. It's what it is. Oftentimes we get very caught up in our minds because our minds are running a narrative as to why whatever is happening, and likely how it shouldn't be happening, and how it's the absolute worst thing in the world that's happening. Meanwhile, that same voice said the same thing about many other things that same day or recently. Yeah, the mind is noisy, and it will try to tell you what the moment is, what it consists of, why the moment is wrong. When in reality, if you just let go of all of that stuff, you just go beyond it, and you look at it from the standpoint of it just is what it is. I'm not saying that this is easy. There are instances where this is actually very challenging. There are instances where profound loss is being faced, right? Be with what is. That's the thing too. A lot of people, I feel like, have a very hard time with just being with emotions, right? You experience loss. Ow. That hurts. But then what a lot of people do is they try to run away from the hurt. Just be with the hurt. It's there for a reason. Just being present with life is what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to be in the next moment because the next moment's more promising. No, because then you'll get to the next moment and there's a possibility that you'll be like, not as delicious as I thought it would be. Damn. Alright, next moment. And you'll just do that over and over and over again. And that will lead to a very unfulfilling life because you'll realize that it's all just noise.